Hello, and welcome to this new section on concept use testing and the first lecture of that, concept testing one. I'm Arun Singhal, your management coach and mentor with 40 years of experience in people development. So, in this new section, we're going to give you some good understanding of the concept use testing process that can help you identify which of the prototypes that you have developed is a winning prototype that can help you develop your business, build your business. In this particular lecture, what we will do, since we've come a long way, we will recap where we are on this whole process of winning prototype development. Right? Ready for that? Great, wonderful. So let's recap where we are in the developing of winning prototype. And you saw that this was a four-step process in which there was an iterative step where we seem to be reaching at this stage, right? And we started with this process with the winning concept by promising you that this can have some starting advantage. And what you figured out is that the winning concept tells you a lot about what to deliver to whom and how. It has things like, of course, your brand name. It tells you who are you going to target, who's your target customer, what is the core benefit, secondary benefit, and reason to believe. So there's a whole narrative here that tells you, and in that process of developing the narrative, you understand, you benchmark, you figure out from the customers, do the customer insight generation, figure out what are the things that they're missing, what are they using today, which competitive product, what are they happy about, what are they not happy about, and hence what can you do. And if you can do that, that becomes reason to believe, and you start giving that benefit that you need to then build into your product, right? Once having done that, we went into a longish prototype development process, which is the heart of this course. And these were a four-step process, including another step between the second step. So we started with determining the CTQs, critical to quality parameters that the customers would love to have and hence would give you a preference over the competing product. And it was kind of linked to the winning value proposition or winning concept that we talked about. Having developed CTQs, we went into identifying, determining the design requirements using the QFD process that you saw there. Once we had the design requirements determined, we went into developing a best design idea using multiple techniques, and then we translated these design ideas into parts requirements and process, again using QFD and other processes, some interesting techniques that you saw. And the final stage, that the last section that we closed, we looked at how can we optimize cost, and part of that also was to predict the consumer behavior and the market size. What will be the level of customer acceptance to one of these or many of these prototypes, and that's where we are in this process now. So we have now, as I was mentioning in the previous just about, is that we have a couple of optimized prototypes, optimized from the point of view of the ideal combination of materials, the specification of materials, the processes, and also the cost using the TOC and Timwood that we. So we have a couple of optimized processes, more the merrier, because there could be a further narrow down in the concept use testing process. So with this, what we need to see is using the concept use testing. If do we have any or maybe couple of the winning concepts out of these winning prototypes, out of these prototypes that we have developed. And that is what we're going to talk about in the next lecture, where we will talk to you about how to test these optimized prototypes with customers using the concept testing process and determine whether any of them is a winning prototype. And if many of them are not winning prototypes, what can you do to go back and develop them and make them winning prototypes? So thank you so much for watching this first lecture of concept use testing of this course on winning prototype development. I hope you continue to learn something new, continue to like this course, and I look forward to see you again in the next lecture.